Good morning, everybody. Welcome to day 30. It's 7:10. I've got to leave for work in about 20 minutes. But I thought that what I would do is, I've seen some vloggers do like a run through the questions that have been asked in the comments. Now, I answer all the questions directly, but it did occur to me when I was watching someone the other day that some of the questions people had were things I wanted to know but I hadn't asked. So, and because, you know, we don't often go through the comments and read the other comments, we don't have time. So I thought, hang on, I'm trying to filter these ones containing questions. That I would run through some questions that you guys have asked and answer them so that, what does that mean? Oh, okay. Oh, sorry, there was something out there. I'm so distracted. Right, so we'll run through some questions and I'll answer them before I go to work. So, let's go. So I've got the top, I'm just in no particular order. It's whatever comes up first. Lynn Corrin, who's originally from Gisborne, just saying, asked me about my floor cleaner on day 26. So it was the mop I was using on the floor. It is a Norwex mop. So I've mentioned it before. I used to be a Norwex consultant. I have signed back up again. I'm not, it's more for myself and friends. Great investment, guys. I bought that back early 2019 and I use it every day, either to dry mop or wet mop. And it's robust and it's never had any problems. So yeah, definitely worth it. Oh, Lynn Wilcox said, did you make the trousers you wore to work this morning? And that was day 16. And the answer was yes. And I think they were the Arthur pants by So Liberated. I feel like this is boring. My friend Angie, she's in States. She asked me, now that was day 12, and it was when I was going to watch my daughter and my partner play darts. She was wanting to know what the cozy thing I was wearing. And she was like, is it a poncho? And it was. It's I can't see the replies. Why can't I see the replies? Poncho. Sheltered poncho. What an idiot. Oh dear. I'm probably too tired for this, guys. Lynn Wilcox asked, what do you put your sourdough in to cook in? I use a cast iron enamel casserole dish with a lid, one of my red ones, because it gets nice and hot and holds the heat in there. Okay, Karen, who's Bobblehead Knits on YouTube, she wanted to know what a lifestyle block is. So you kind of forget that not everyone calls things the same. So in New Zealand, a lifestyle block is like a hobby farm. It's a small holding. It's bigger than a suburban section, but smaller than a farm. So, you know, you might be able to have a flock of sheep, or maybe you've got a little small orchard or something like that on it. So I don't know what the correct definition is, but it's smaller than a large farm. Lynn Wilcox asked, you're asking good questions, Lynn. She said, I would like to make some kombucha again. Haven't made any for years. Where did you get your SCOBY? So I was given a SCOBY years and years ago, and I kept that going for a long time, and I kept the extra, like they build up in layers, and I kept the extra SCOBYs in a jar with tea brew with the lid sealed and in a cool place, and that's called a SCOBY hotel, so you can pull them out and restart them. Well, I had a period of time where I had a brew going in my jar for ages, and it was fine, but it was getting real thick SCOBY on it, but I wasn't any good for drinking anymore. But I just left it. It was around, after everything happened with mum and stuff. And I just thrown the SCOBY hotel stuff away because I was like, I don't need that. I've got all this stuff in the jar. But when I opened it, it had gone mouldy on top. So I had to throw the whole lot away. And I decided I wanted to try it again, but I didn't know anyone that was making kombucha, so I couldn't get a SCOBY from anyone. And then one day I thought, when my kombucha drink is in the fridge, after a while it gets like little cobwebs in it, and it's where it's starting to grow a SCOBY. It's just a lot slower because it's in the fridge and it's colder. And I thought, I wonder if I could get a kombucha drink off the shelf in the shop, and whether that would grow a SCOBY. As long as it was unpasteurized, it'd be fine. So I gave it a go, and yes, it did. So the SCOBY I've got has come from originally came from a factory. Bubble. So I just made my tea juice up and mixed the drink, and it was all good. Vic Dean Lim wanted me to educate them on the seasons as they were confused. I had friends that went down to ski there in our summer. That would mean you are coming into spring, correct? How is it that you have oranges on your trees? Does New Zealand have different climates within the country? Yeah, we've got lots of different climates within our country because of the way we're shaped. I did give a detailed explanation on there, but if you actually just Google it, so we go from, because we have mountain ranges, so it can be snowy there and no snow where I live. We've got dry areas, we've got the top of the country is subtropical, the bottom is not. We have a lot. And because we're in the southern hemisphere, if you think that everything is literally just reverse to the northern hemisphere. So if you're going into autumn, we're going into spring, vice versa. Yeah. Well, I've got time for another couple. Oh, Sue Dale, she wanted to know whether the picture that was behind me and my she shed, which I'll see if I can find and pop up here, was me. No, it's not. It's just a vintage print. But someone else thought that too. And that's about it that I can find. So there you go. That was probably really boring. I haven't edited yesterday's videos yet. I'll do that after work today. But yeah, it's been good just to sit down here anyway and have a little chat with you, because when I'm at work, I don't get the opportunity to do that very often. I've got my my Doc Martens sandals on. I'm trying to break them in. They're quite tight, but once they've been worn a bit, they do loosen up. Apparently, I should wear a pair of socks with them around home, and that'll stretch them, but I always forget. So I've got those, and then I've grabbed my rollies for when my feet decide they don't want to do it anymore. Right, so I'm going to go check those chickens, see how the automatic feed is going, and then head off to work. And I will catch you guys either, if I've got anything interesting to show you today at work, I will, but otherwise I'll see you when I get back home. Bye. I've just been over to the market day, and look, these are some of the things. We had a market day at school, one of the faculties. Isn't that gorgeous? Gonna put that in flowers. That's neat, eh? Nuts. This is a potpourri mix, and that smells divine. Good afternoon, guys. I've been home for a little bit, not long. Just adjusting that so that you don't get the big fat close-ups of my head like yesterday. I've just edited and uploaded yesterday's video, and even though it's a little bit breezy and it's probably going to be a bit funny on the camera, I thought I'd come out and just have a little walk around the garden. I actually need to do some footage for my October garden video, because we've only got one more day of October left to go. Oops, wasn't watching what I was doing there. Oh, look at that. I'll show you in a minute. Yeah, I think we're going to have a thunderstorm soon. I'll show you that. Can you see? It's very sunny, but it's black across the hills. And in fact, when I was driving home, a few spits of rain kept hitting the windscreen even though it was sunny. I know. This is what I was looking at, these Aquilegias, granny's bonnets. Looks like a dragon's head. My hips, my hip flexors are very, very sore at the moment. And so when I first start walking after sitting down, things are a bit sore. What do you reckon, Digger? Hence the reason why I haven't been getting out and doing lots of gardening after work, because after a day of doing stuff, I'm just too sore. But it's alright, that's what the weekends are for. It is what it is. It's my favourite saying. Just looking to see whether I've got many blueberries on there. But anyway, I'm going to have a little walk around for my garden channel before it rains. And then I might do a bit of sewing, work on that dress. I'm defrosting some Scotch fillet steak for dinner. So yeah, right, got my other hat on now.